it is based on universal truths or simply shaped by individual preferences and cultural influences. Let's explore two major sides of the debate: those who believe that beauty has objective standards and those who argue that beauty is entirely subjective. First, let's talk about the belief that beauty has objective standards. The ancient Greek philosopher Plato believed in the concept of ideal forms. According to him, beauty exists as a perfect, unchanging ideal in a realm beyond the physical world. What we see in real life are only imperfect copies of that ideal. So for Plato, beauty is not just a matter of opinion, it's something real and objective. Immanuel Kant, a philosopher from the 18th century, also contributed to this view. In his work Critique of Judgment, he argued that when people say something is beautiful, they expect the others to agree with them. This suggests that there is a kind of universal sense of beauty, even if we don't always consciously agree on the details. Aside from Plato and Kant, other thinkers also learned toward the idea that beauty follows objective principles. For example, in classical art and architecture, the concept of the golden ratio was often used. This ratio approximately 1.618 appears in nature. Human faces and even buildings like the Parthenon in Greece, many believe that the golden ratio creates a sense of harmony and balance that the human brain naturally finds beautiful. Scientific studies also support this idea. Research in evolutionary psychology shows that people across different cultures tend to find symmetrical faces more attractive. This suggests that our sense of beauty might be hardwired into our brains, not just learned from society. In music, we also say patterns, harmonies that follow mathematical relationships are often pleasing to the ear. Regardless of culture or background, this supports the idea that beauty might follow some universal rules. This side of the debate tells us that beauty can be measured or at least recognized by shared human standards. However, the subjective view of beauty is just as compelling. David Hume, a British philosopher, famously said, "Beauty and things exist merely in the mind which contemplates them." According to Hume, beauty depends on personal experience, emotions, and individual taste. Friedrich Nietzsche went even further by saying that beauty is culturally constructed and changes over time. What people in one culture or era find beautiful may be considered unattractive or even strange in another. Let's take the example of art. One person might look at an abstract painting by Jackson Pollock and feel moved or inspired, while another might say that's just random paint splatters. There's no single standard that tells us who's right. Their reactions are based on their personal background, emotions, and even mood at the moment. Culture also plays a huge role. In some African tribes, lip plates or stretched earlobes are seen as symbols of beauty and status. Meanwhile, in Western societies, such as modifications might be viewed as unusual or unattractive. This shows that what we find beautiful is shaped by where we live and how we raise. And even in fashion, what's considered beautiful changes constantly. In the 1990s, slim body types were considered ideal in Western media. Today, curvier figures are more celebrated. This proves that beauty standards evolve with time and society. So how do we reconcile these two opposing views? It seems that beauty has both objective and subjective elements. On one hand, there may be natural patterns or proportions like symmetry or harmony that we are biologically drawn to. These are the objective features. But on the other hand, personal experience, culture, and individual emotion have a strong influence on what each person finds beautiful. Two people can look at the same thing and have completely different reactions, and both reactions are valid. Some philosophers call this a kind of subjective universality, a term from Kant, meaning we judge beauty through personal feeling but expect others to agree, and it's a strange mix of private experience and shared expectation. I believe that beauty is not fully objective nor fully subjective. There are some natural patterns that many of us agree are beautiful, like balance, symmetry, and harmony, but beyond those, beauty becomes deeply personal. This makes beauty a rich and complex concept. It can unite people across cultures but also allow for self-expression and diversity. As we grow and gain new experiences, our sense of beauty also evolves, and that's what makes it so meaningful and powerful. Thank you for your watching, and I hope this presentation has helped you reflect on what beauty means to you.